Imagine being completely alone in the sky. 30 enemy fighters ahead of you, friendly bombers behind you, no backup, no escape, and you choose to attack anyway. This is the story of one man who took on what seemed like the entire Luftwaffe and won. It's January 11th, 1944. The war in Europe is raging at full fury. The skies over Germany are some of the most dangerous airspace on Earth. American B-17 flying fortresses push deeper into enemy territory, pounding industrial targets that fuel the Nazi war machine. But they are slow, heavy, and vulnerable. They need protection. High above them flies Major James H. Howard in his sleek P-51B Mustang, and one of the finest fighter aircraft of the war. Fast, agile, deadly. Moments earlier, Howard had engaged and shot down a German Messerschmitt, Me-110. In the chaos of combat, he became separated from his squadron. Now he is alone. Ahead of him, the bombers of the 400 1st Bomber Group press on toward their target. Below them lies enemy territory. Around them, danger lurks in every cloud. Then Howard sees them, a swarm of German fighters, nearly 30 aircraft, closing in on the B-17S. His heart sinks. He knows the odds. 30 against 1 is not a fight. It's a death sentence. He could turn back. He could wait for help. But if he does, the bombers behind him, packed with young crews, will be torn apart. Without hesitation, James Howard shoves the throttle forward. The Mustang roars. He dives straight into the formation of German fighters, guns blazing. The sky erupts. Tracer rounds streak past his canopy. Enemy aircraft scatter in surprise as the lone American fighter tears through their ranks. Howard lines up his sights and fires. An Me-110 bursts into flames and spirals downward. But he doesn't stop. He banks sharply, climbs, dives again, constantly attacking, constantly disrupting. He moves so aggressively, so unpredictably, that the German formation begins to unravel. To the stunned bomber crews watching from above, it looks unreal. One lone Mustang weaving through a cloud of enemy fighters, driving them back again and again. The leader of the B-17 formation would later say, "For sheer determination and guts, it was the greatest exhibition I've ever seen." It was a case of one lone American against what seemed to be the entire Luftwaffe. He was all over the sky, across and around it. They can't give that boy a big enough award. The fight continues for nearly half an hour. Howard makes pass after pass, refusing to give the Germans a stable attack position on the bombers. He places himself between the enemy and the B-17S every time they attempt to line up. Then disaster strikes. Several of his guns jam. His firepower is crippled. Now he can barely shoot, but he refuses to leave. Even with limited weapons, Howard continues aggressive mock attacks, diving toward German fighters and forcing them to break away. His sheer boldness convinces them that more American fighters must be nearby. At one point, a Junkers Ju-88 attempts to approach the bombers. Howard charges directly at it. The Ju-88 turns away. By the time the engagement ends, not a single B-17 from the 400 1st Bomber Group has been lost to enemy fighters. 30 German aircraft had the advantage, but one determined pilot denied them victory. For his extraordinary courage, skill, and selfless action, James H. Howard was promoted to Lieutenant Colonel and awarded the Medal of Honor, the United States' highest military decoration. He remains the only fighter pilot in the European theater during World War II to receive the Medal of Honor. But perhaps the real measure of his heroism isn't the medal. It's the dozens of bomber crews who returned home that day because one man refused to turn away. In a sky filled with enemies, when retreat was the safe choice and survival was uncertain, James H. Howard chose something else. He chose courage. And sometimes one man's courage is enough to change history.